baby spinach, pads, green beans, freezer bags. I do have a few of the reusable silicone freezer bags, but I needed some more really quickly, so I just got these. Paper towels, strawberries, tempeh bacon, bananas, soap. I use this soap for everything: washing my body, washing my face, washing my dishes. If I ever go to the laundromat and I don't have laundry detergent, I would probably just pour some of this in the washing machine. I use this for everything so that I don't have to buy a bunch of different soaps. Garlic, bell pepper, cashew butter, coconut cream, broccoli, plain tempeh, ginger, basil, cashew yogurt. I really want to thank the person who told me about this yogurt. In a previous video, someone saw that I like cashew yogurt. So they told me about the Trader Joe's cashew yogurt and told me that it was the exact same as the other brand, except cheaper. So I went to Trader Joe's and that person was right. And I've been buying this ever since. This is $4.99 and the other brand is $7.49 or something like that. Super grateful for that person for telling me about this, because I eat this every single day without fail. I eat yogurt every single day. This is my favorite yogurt. I love cashew yogurt. So I'm just really I'm seriously appreciative, because that suggestion saved me money. It is continuing to save me money. And I've been sleeping on Trader Joe's too. Like, I've never really shopped at Trader Joe's before. I didn't think that they sold, you know, I always thought that Trader Joe's was a place that you go when you just want a bunch of like frozen pre-made meals, because every Trader Joe's haul I see on YouTube is just mostly like a bunch of frozen meals that are already made that you just have to heat up. So that didn't really appeal to me, so I never ever shopped there. But now that I get my yogurt from there, I've been finding a few other things from that store that I like. So yeah, I shop at Trader Joe's now, thanks to you. I found this at the store. I've never tried this brand. I've just never tried this before. So I'm gonna heat it in my Hot Logic and have that for dinner tonight. One, two, three. So much easier to fit in my small refrigerator. Basil for sure has to go in here. Fridge is filled to the brim, but that's only because I have a bunch of ingredients that I just bought today. But tomorrow, once I cook my meals, once I cook my meals and I use up a lot of these ingredients, it won't be so full. Yes. If you have a fridge like this that opens from the top, this is very convenient to keep it open when you're putting stuff in or taking things out. It's just a piece of wood from Home Depot. Oops. I must say this does not taste very good. I will definitely not buy it again. I am gonna eat it since I spent money on it, but I don't like it. All of my groceries have been put up and I'm going to relax. And I will see you tomorrow when I cook my meals. Bye. All right, it's the next morning and let's get cooking. This basket did not come with the fridge. I actually bought this from Target. This fridge comes with the really large basket that's about like this tall. It's the exact size of the inside of the refrigerator. And the smaller basket just works better for me because I do weekly meal prep, which means I always have these containers full of food every week. Like, these containers are usually full of food. And if I just have one large basket in this refrigerator, I would have to like individually take all of this stuff out just to get to the bottom where my Tupperware was. So I decided to get this smaller basket so that anytime I need to reach my Tupperware, all I have to do is pull out this basket instead of individually pulling out everything in the fridge, if that makes sense. Just a thought in case you also don't like the really huge basket that comes in these types of refrigerators. And the rice is done. I'm just going to rinse off my produce. I think this is the only thing I have to clean. The other produce I have is in these bags, and they already say that they're pre-washed. And typically, like if I lived in a regular apartment or house, I would still wash vegetables that say pre-washed. But when you're living in your car and you have limited water, you just have to be really smart with your water usage. So these days, since I live in my car, I just trust what the bag says, that they're already washed, and I don't waste water washing these. I forgot ginger, so I'm gonna cut this up really quickly. Mine burnt a little while I was chopping the ginger, but it's okay. Let's do half a cup. Several people have asked why I don't build like an outdoor kitchen that pulls out in the back like most people do. And one of the main reasons is because I like privacy when I cook. I love that I'm able to cook a complete meal inside of my car. This was a requirement when I decided to live in my car. I had to have the ability to cook completely inside of my car without having to do anything outside. Because that's just my preference. If I'm at a campsite or something, I don't mind cooking outside. But I live in the city. I'm doing car life in the city, and there's just always people around, walking around, who aren't familiar with this lifestyle. So they ask questions and they get curious, and I don't feel like dealing with that. Anyway, so yeah, in case you wondered why I don't build the little pull-out kitchen that everyone else has, that's why. Because I prefer cooking like this. And it's done. So this is my meal for the week. I'm gonna have this with a side of rice, and I've been eating kimchi on the side of like everything lately, so I might have it with a side of kimchi as well. And if you've watched my other cooking videos, you know that I do have other things that I eat in between this. This is gonna be my main meal. It'll last me about 4 or 5 days if I eat it with rice and kimchi, and that'll be a good dinner, so I don't get bored with my dinner every day, having this 7 days a week. I always have something quick to make for dinner, like typically cheap and quick. Sometimes I'll buy a pre-made black bean chili from Whole Foods, or this time I bought some brown rice ramen, and I will make ramen for dinner. Ramen with some kimchi, some of that leftover cabbage that I have, and that'll be a cheap, quick dinner that I'll have throughout the week as well, just to break up the monotony of having this every single day for a whole week for dinner. I typically know that if this thing is completely full, and it is, if this Tupperware is completely full, I'll get a minimum of 4 to 5 meals out of it. That's another tip. So yeah, get a container and learn how many meals you can typically get if that container is full. And it will just help you gauge how many meals you'll have. Because one time I cooked something and this container wasn't that full. I didn't cook enough, and I got like 3.5 meals out of it. So I always try to make sure this thing is completely full. It's so heavy. It might not look like a lot, but it's a good sized container. I know it doesn't sound exciting to your taste buds to have 1 or 2 large meals to eat for the entire week, but it's definitely exciting to your bank account. I save a good amount of money by doing this, and it saves me time throughout the week so that I don't have to cook a meal every single night. I just put my food that I already have cooked in my Hot Logic and it's done. So if you want to save a little bit of money and a little time throughout your week while living in your vehicle, then I would definitely try cooking 1 or 2 large meals to eat for the week and see how it works for you. Hey everyone, it's Monique. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to come on here really quickly to give you all a small update on the cookbook. I've been working on the cookbook. I've been really excited about it ever since that viewer gave me the idea. But I'm also working on another project, something that I was working on before I started working on the cookbook, and it's just been taking a lot of time trying to make videos and work on the cookbook and work on this other thing that you know, I'm hoping to make money. I'm hoping to be a form of income for me as well. So I've decided to put the cookbook on hold, and instead of doing that, I'm just going to put my recipes on Patreon. So if you want this recipe, it'll be on Patreon. I'm gonna make it super cheap, like a really small amount. So I'm just gonna try to do it that way and have an option for you guys to just make a one-time payment if you want some of the recipes, and have an option if you want to do the recurring payments. And it'll be really cheap because I really have always felt uncomfortable with Patreon, like asking people to give me their hard-earned money. I feel a little bit better about it this time because I'm like giving you all something. I'm giving you guys, you know, my recipes. That's just the update. I'm putting the cookbook on pause, and I'm just gonna start putting the recipes on Patreon. By the time you watch this video, I hope to have this recipe on Patreon, as well as that Cajun potato and corn chowder recipe that I made, and that vegetable like seafood boil that I made. I think those are the 3 recipes that I've made on this channel. So hopefully by the time I put this video up, I'll have those 3 recipes on Patreon. And I hope you guys are okay with that option rather than having the cookbook. But I just really felt a sense of relief when I decided to do the Patreon, when I decided to put my recipes on Patreon rather than trying to create a whole cookbook, because it was just really taking up a lot of my time. And I'm just trying to focus on creating videos and working on this other small business idea that I have. So yeah, if you would like the recipe, I will put the link in the description box and you can get it there. And thank you guys for the support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.